Alright guys, so today I'm going to talk about Hipfire builds and why hip firing is extremely good at the game, because not only can you move super fast while you're hip firing, do a bunch of bunny hops and the movements and not get shot, but you can also reduce the time it takes for you to ADS and shoot at the same time. And yes, even if you ADS and shoot at the exact same time, you still are going to have a tiny bit delay compared to if you just did hipfire only. And if you have a gun that's really high in its time to kill, and on top of that you get the first shots off, you're always going to be at that advantage and being able to kill people extremely fast compared to them killing you. And that's also why I've been using a lot of the Hipfire Bison and the Hipfire PPSH a lot too, because it really gets you those fast kills. Alright, so right here I have a MP5 that I use a lot. The Hipfire does look pretty good on it, but I haven't put any Hipfire attachments. I have an operator foregrip and I don't have a 5MW laser, so the Hipfire is not going to be as good as if I put a Hipfire build on it. And if you see, if I ADS and shoot at the same time, I'm pressing those at the exact same time. That's how it would look. But if I just hipfire, like, it's just so much faster. And then at the same time, there's a little bit of delay every single time you ADS. And then of course, if I have a hipfire build, on top of being able to shoot on demand, you can do movement around the shots, and it's just so much easier for you to control that compared to if you weren't doing that at all. So yes, you can set this up on pretty much every single SMG. You could have a hipfire build, but there are a lot of SMGs that are intended to be more hipfire builds than not. There's some SMGs that just really suck with the hipfire attachments, and it's probably best if you set them up a different way. But as far as the Bison, the MP5, the PPSH, and just some other guns, the hipfire builds are amazing on them. And there's a reason why the Hipfire MP5 and some other hipfire builds, the Hipfire PPSH, have been meta for so long, and it's because of that fast shooting right here, and being able to do movement at the same time really makes you able to take out multiple people at once, and you can kill really good players while you do this. So for the Hipfire PPSH that I use in this video, you can see this is the stats right here of the damage per second it takes, and then on here you have ADS time, which is 294 milliseconds, which aren't going to matter at all because we set this up for a hipfire build. And then if we put the recoil booster and stuff like that, you're going to have even more fire rate to be able to kill people a lot faster than you have before. So this is a class setup. I did use this in the past. I have a video on it too, and the class setup is going to be right here. So before I end the video, I do want to highlight some key moments where the Hipfire build was extremely useful. And the first one was near the end when I was in this section. So I think somehow I got to over here. I shot at the guy. Yep. Then I went back over to the corner. And then watch how I use the Hipfire again right here. So like I ran away, and then as soon as I popped in, I was able to shoot him immediately while I jumped, giving me more like areas to not get shot from, and on top of that, just killing him because I had really good aim on the Hipfire build, and I was able to hit a lot of shots. So look at that. Like, even the way I moved in, right? I like moved after I killed the first guy. I moved in forward. Here, and I moved in forward and kind of like a backwards fade away while shooting him, so it was very hard for me to die, and then I was able to push him with a lot of movement while still shooting him at the same time. And then another part was right here. I think I was able to get a really good range of motion, because if you ADS at that spot, it's actually really hard for you to track that person. But since I was hip firing, it gave me more freedom to move my reticle back and forth, and I was able to take out multiple people at the same time. So down there right here, and then I jumped straight down there. It also helped me to get like a clear view of the entire field too, because it would give me like more FOV, being that I'm not zoomed in for that little bit. So that was a few key moments of using the Hipfire build, and why it's really good to use a Hipfire build compared to just a regular build.